HDR gaming monitors are on a whole new level. To provide true HDR picture quality, they require high brightness and contrast levels, which makes them quite expensive. However, their immersive gaming experience and picture quality make it worth the investment. HDR gaming monitors come with various unique technologies including OLED, mini LED, and high refresh rates, so you should choose one based on your preferences. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 5 best HDR gaming monitors and their key features plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. Links to all products mentioned in the video are in the description below, so let's get started. Number 5. AOC's AGON Pro AG276QZD is a 27-inch 240Hz QHD OLED gaming monitor with the necessary tools to level up your gameplay for a decent price. The AGON Pro has an unusual, asymmetrical cabinet design, which may seem angular and off-center when viewed. The AGON Pro monitor has a unique asymmetrical design that takes up less space. It offers plenty of adjustment options and comes with a quick release mechanism to attach to a VESA bracket. The monitor has a good selection of ports that can be difficult to access. It weighs just 6.4 kilograms, making it easy to tilt over for better port access. It has 2 DisplayPort 1.4 inputs that can handle a maximum refresh rate of 240 Hz at 1440p resolution, but the HDMI 2.0 ports are limited to 144 Hz. If you want HDMI 2.1 ports that support VRR, you should opt for the UltraGear monitor. This device has a basic USB hub with 2 5Gbps USB-A downstream connectors and 1 USB-B upstream connector. It lacks KVM functionality due to the absence of a Type-C video input. The AGON Pro model has great color gamut coverage with 99.2% sRGB, 88.8% DCI, P3, and 88.2% Adobe RGB. It comes with 2 industry-standard color profiles, sRGB and DCI P3. Although it lacks a VESA True Black HDR certificate, it has a basic HDR 10, which still looks impressive with superb OLED infinite contrast and colors that pop out of the screen. Like the LG UltraGear, the AGON Pro has a slightly matte anti-glare finish to the screen. Matte finishes do a better job of keeping reflections at bay, but full gloss finishes look sharper and more immersive. Which one is better depends on how much you need to keep reflections at bay. Motion handling is virtually perfect, with a 0.03 milliseconds GDG response time and a 240 Hz refresh rate. Ghosting, smearing, and blurring are hardly noticeable, and screen tearing is not an issue thanks to official support for NVIDIA's G-Sync adaptive sync. The 5-watt speakers in the AGON Pro can produce an impressive amount of volume, over 81 dBA, but they tend to get raucous when pushed to the limit, and there is not much bass. However, the LG and Asus ROG competitors do not have built-in speakers at all. The AGON Pro OSD menu may not be visually appealing due to its red and black color scheme, but it is easy to navigate and has all the gaming refinements you would expect, such as a shadow boost, frame rate counter, and sniper mode. The 20-level game color, SICK, setting is particularly useful, allowing you to adjust color saturation to your liking. Number 4. Dell Alienware AW2725DF. The Dell AW2725DF is a highly efficient monitor with a lot of great features suitable for various uses. For gamers, it has an incredibly low response time, supporting all major VR formats, and a very low input lag, providing a responsive feel while playing. The monitor's SDR and HDR colors are incredibly vivid, and small highlights get bright enough to truly pop. However, it's worth noting that this monitor is an OLED display, which means that it runs the risk of permanent burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. This may cause a problem if you plan on using it mostly for work and are concerned about burn-in issues. For media consumption, the Dell AW2725DF is an excellent choice. The colors are vibrant, with deep blacks visible next to bright highlights in darker rooms. Small highlights truly pop against the rest of the image. It's also great for sharing a movie or show with a friend, as it has incredible viewing angles and the stand swivels. However, if you're watching 4K content, it doesn't look as sharp as it could be, as the screen's maximum resolution is 1440p. When it comes to media creation, this monitor is superb, but it has some limitations. Its sRGB mode is exceptionally accurate, and you don't need to calibrate it for an accurate image. Additionally, its incredibly vivid colors and extremely wide HDR gamut range allow you to edit videos in HDR with great accuracy. However, its unusual subpixel arrangement means that text can appear slightly less clear than some other 27-inch 1440p monitors. Moreover, OLEDs like this one are prone to burn in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. For HDR enthusiasts, the Dell AW2725DF is an excellent choice. Its extremely wide HDR color gamut ensures that movies and shows look as the creators intended, with vivid colors and subtle dark shades visible next to each other. It also has near-infinite contrast, and deep blacks are visible next to bright highlights in darker rooms. Smaller highlights can truly pop, though larger highlights pop considerably less. However, as this is a 1440p display, 4K shows and videos don't look as sharp as they would on 4K monitors. Additionally, it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, so it has a maximum refresh rate of 144 Hz over HDMI. Number 3. MSI MPG-271QRX. The MSI MPG-271QRX is a great monitor for most uses. It excels at gaming, with an incredibly low response time that makes fast-moving objects look crisp. However, it has high input lag at lower refresh rates, especially when using VRR, making it feel unresponsive. The monitor has vivid SDR and HDR colors, and small highlights look bright and pop. Being an OLED display, it can suffer from permanent burn-in if exposed to static elements for a long time, which can be a concern if it's only used for work. For gaming, the MSI MPG is superb, especially at higher refresh rates. The near-instantaneous response time delivers crisp images with no ghosting. The near-perfect contrast ratio means deep blacks are visible next to bright highlights in darker rooms, and small highlights pop. Colors are rich and vivid, creating vibrant and lifelike gaming environments. However, it has high input lag at lower refresh rates, particularly when using VRR, making it feel unresponsive. The MSI MPG is also excellent for consuming media. Colors are incredibly vivid and vibrant, and deep blacks are visible next to bright highlights in darker rooms. Small highlights pop, but larger ones don't get as bright. The monitor has fantastic viewing angles, making it great for sharing movies and shows with friends. However, being a 1440p display, 4K shows and videos may not look as sharp as they would on a 4K monitor. The MSI MPG is accurate for media creation, with an excellent sRGB mode. However, to get the most precise image, calibration is necessary. The monitor's incredibly vivid colors and wide HDR gamut range make it perfect for editing videos in HDR. However, the triangular subpixel arrangement can make text appear slightly less clear than on other 27-inch 1440p monitors. OLED displays like this one are prone to burn in if exposed to static elements for a long time, so it's essential to be mindful of that. Finally, the MSI MPG is fantastic for HDR. Its extremely wide HDR color gamut ensures that movies and shows look as creators intended, with vivid colors and subtle dark shades. The monitor has near-infinite contrast, making deep blacks visible next to bright highlights in darker rooms. Smaller highlights can pop, but larger ones don't pop as much. However, being a 1440p display, 4K shows and videos may not look as sharp as they would on a 4K monitor. Number 2. LG 32GS95UE. The LG 32GS95UE is a highly anticipated 32-inch 4K, 240Hz OLED gaming monitor that will soon be available in various regions. It's expected to provide stiff competition to the 32-inch 4K, 240Hz QD OLED monitors that have recently been reviewed. While the basic specifications of this OLED panel are similar to those of the QD OLED panel, including resolution and refresh rate, LG Display's approach has some notable differences. The most significant difference is the introduction of dual mode functionality, which allows this display to operate at a lower 1920 by 1080 resolution, but with a higher 480 Hz refresh rate. This unique configuration is designed for high-performance competitive gaming. The screen composition and coating also differ significantly from QD OLED, with LG opting for a matte finish. LG is positioning this as the ultimate 4K gaming monitor with a pre-order price tag of $1,400, while QD-OLED alternatives are priced in the $1,000 to $1,300 range. To justify this price, it must surpass all others, and we'll explore whether it lives up to this claim throughout our review. The LG 4K OLED has a unique and minimalist design with a flat, six-sided base and a thinner display section. There's no branding below the panel, giving it a uniform look around the bezels. The outer surfaces are made of plastic with a slight blue or purple tone and have RGB lighting on the rear. The stand is sturdy and supports a great range of motion, while the display has an active cooling fan that operates virtually silently. For ports, we have one DisplayPort 1.4 with DSC and two HDMI 2.148 gigabits per second ports with DSC, alongside a 2-port USB hub. Both DisplayPort and HDMI support the full 4K 240Hz, though DSC is required. If you want to use NVIDIA features that are incompatible with DSC, you can disable DSC in the OSD settings, but it will reduce the refresh rate to 120Hz over HDMI. The LG 32GS95UE is an excellent HDR display thanks to the inherent hardware qualities of OLED technology that are ideally suited for displaying HDR content. The key feature is that each pixel is self-lit, meaning the display can turn on or off at the pixel level to display everything from dark shadows to bright highlights accurately. When the display needs to show pure black, it can fully switch off, giving us the trademark rich, zero-level blacks and deep shadows that OLED is known for. Number 1. Dell AW3225QF. The Dell AW3225QF is an excellent monitor that can be used for various purposes. It is particularly exceptional as a gaming monitor or for general media consumption, as it displays deep, inky blacks without blooming. It also has many gaming features, such as HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, a 240Hz refresh rate, VR support, and a near-instantaneous response time for crisp motion. Moreover, it is a great choice for HDR due to its wide color gamut and vivid colors, and small highlights pop, too. However, there may be better options for office use or content creation, as constant exposure to the same static elements over time can lead to permanent burn-in, which can be problematic if you only plan on using it for work. If you're looking for a gaming monitor, the Dell AW3225QF is an excellent choice. It has a near-instantaneous response time that results in crisp motion and low input lag for a responsive feel. Its contrast ratio is near infinite, and its perfect black uniformity is perfect for darkroom gaming as blacks look deep and inky. It also gets bright enough to make highlights pop, and colors look vivid. Lastly, it has a high-resolution and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth that lets you play 4K games up to its max refresh rate of 240Hz. However, it doesn't support 1440p signals from consoles. The Dell AW3225QF is also an excellent option if you're into content creation. It has remarkable accuracy in its sRGB picture mode, so you won't need to calibrate it, and it displays a wide range of vivid colors. It also has a large 32-inch screen and high 4K resolution, ideal for multitasking and seeing crisp images, but the slightly curved screen may take some time to get used to if you've never used a curved display before. However, OLEDs like this are prone to burn in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. It has okay SDR brightness, so while it doesn't get bright enough to fight glare, it's still fine with a few lights around and has incredible reflection handling. Regarding HDR, the Dell AW3225QF is incredible. It looks amazing in dark rooms thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio and perfect black uniformity, meaning it displays deep and inky blacks without any blooming around bright objects. The main advantage of this monitor for HDR is that it displays a wide range of colors and makes them look vivid for a realistic image. It also gets bright enough for small highlights to pop, but larger highlights are dimmer. Additionally, it even supports Dolby Vision, but some things could be improved with it. Here's the complete list of the best HDR gaming monitors. If this video is helpful to you, please don't hesitate to hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions or ideas for our next review, or want to chat, comment below. We appreciate your insights and are always happy to engage in conversation. And if you decide to subscribe, welcome to the Tech Tribe. We have some great content coming your way, so buckle up. Until next time, keep rocking, stay safe, and catch you on the flip side. Peace out.